Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to discuss about the same topic, that is bulk administration tool, on which I discussed in my previous lectures. But today I'm going to discuss about the adding phones and users via bulk administration tool. That adding phones and users in one go actually. So you don't need to create a different CSV file for phones and the different CSV file for the users, but we will create phones and users, both things at the same time in one CSV file. So what you need to do for adding these phones and users in one file? First, you need to download the BAT Excel CSV tool, that is from the CUCM. You can go download. I'll show it to you on the CUCM as well how you can download it. So first you need to download the BAT Excel CSV tool. Then you need to create user templates as well as font templates. That means both templates you need to create, user template as well as font template, because we are going to add fonts and users at the same time. Then you need to open that BAT Excel tool and you need to go to the create file format and you need to choose the options, whatever you want for the fonts actually. For the users, it is not applicable. It is only applicable for the fonts. For users, it will be automatically coming up. And then you need to export it to the BAT format. After exporting to the BAT format, that file would be saved in the text format, and then you need to convert from text to a CSV file. That is what fifth step is create a CSV file with the help of that text file. Then after creating that CSV file, you need to upload that file on CUCM, and then you need to go to the fonts and users page, and under that fonts and users, you will be able to see insert fonts with users, and there you can upload that CSV file, upload that user template, not upload actually, just select the user template, select the font template, and then you can run it immediately. Then it will run that BAT too. So now let me log in on my CUCM and I'll show you how we can perform all these steps. Okay, so this is my CUCM. I have already logged in. And so our first step was to go to bulk administration and open this upload download files. So once you click on this upload download files, you will be able to see there may be other files as well. If you just installed your CUCM, then you will be able to see only one file, that is BAT Excel CSV tool. That is what I'm going to show it to you. So these one are the other files, but this one is bat.xlt. This bat.xlt, that is BAT Excel CSV tool. You need to download this one. So I have already downloaded this bat.xlt. That is what it is here. Let me show it to you. So you will get a different name. It's not like just the BAT XLT. So you will be able to see this one, BAT underscore 14.0.1.10,000, something like that. This is 14 version, as you can see it up here. I can go to here home page, or maybe I can click back. So this is my CUCM 14 version. So that's why my BAT file was showing the BAT underscore 14.0 something something. If you are using 11.5 or 12.5 something, then you will be able to see like this. Like this one is my BAT underscore 14.0. Sometimes I worked on the 12.5, so I have the 12.5 BAT Excel tool as well. So now I'm running a BAT 14 version. So I have already opened this BAT 14 file here. This one is my file, BAT underscore 14.0. So under this file, this is my BAT Excel tool actually. Okay, so here you can see it says fonts and users. This is just the fonts and this is just the users. So we have already discussed about only the fonts if you want to add, only the users if you want to add. Now we are going to discuss about the fonts and users. There is a tab already associated in this tool. So here you can see everything is coming up already here, first name, last name. So we will discuss about these things later on, but let's go to the CUCM and create the user templates. That was our second step, right? So first step was download BAT Excel CSV tool. Second step, we need to create the user template and the font template. So let me go back to the bulk administration tool. Under the fonts, you can see font template option. Under the users, you can see the user template option. So let me create a font template first by going to this fonts and then font template. So font template, that will be mainly for one particular type of fonts. Let's say I'm going to create a template for 7961 series, 7965, anything. So let me go to add new. Okay, under this add new, you have a font type. Font type, let me choose, if I say I'm gonna choose 7965, so I'll say 7965, and then I'll click on next. So it will give you a whole device page and the line template as well for this particular font. So here it is asking for the device protocol. I'm going to use the same, that is SCCP, and I'll click on next. So here, after clicking on next, you need to enter the phone format, like name of the phone, like the template, and then the description, device pool. So let me give the template name as just this one, 7965 phone template. Okay, description, I'm giving it the same. Device pool, I'm just choosing like a default one, or these are the device pools which are created earlier. So I'm just choosing the default one. Here you can see the phone button template. So phone button template you can choose as a 7965 because you are using Cisco 7965 series phones. So I'll go to this drop down and here scroll it down. You will be able to see standard 7965 SCCP because we are using SCCP protocol. So I'm going to choose SCCP. If we are using SIP1, then you can choose the SIP protocol. So this is the by default phone button templates which were created by Cisco. But if you want to change anything in that, you can create yours phone button template as well. Okay. Then we have this common font profile and other thing. So this is what we are doing. We are creating a template actually. So if you want to make a change under this template, and then if you are using this template for the BAT, then everything you are doing up here, it will reflect once that BAT file runs. Okay. So I can see, let's say, I want to enable the mobility as well. Let's say extension mobility for the all the phones, whichever I am going to add. So I can just take this one, enable extension mobility. Then this extension mobility setting will apply to all the phones which I will add in future with the help of bulk administration tool. Okay, so here as of now, I just added this one, the template name, description, device pool, and the common font, or not this common font, the font button template. If you want to just click none, then you can just say not selected, and then you can select this device pool on the phones as well, on the phones page on the bulk administration tool. So as of now, I'm just using this one, device pool, font button template and all, and let me save it. Oh, it says device security profile is required. So let's go to this one, device security profile, and let me choose this one, 7965 standard SCCP non-secure, and save it. Let's wait for this font template to save, and then I'll create a line template as well under this one. So as of now, once it will save, you will be able to see the line template, just like the font configuration. Whenever you are configuring the font, you add a MAC address and other things, and then you will be able to see this line page. So let me go to this line 1. So here it says add a new DN, but once you click on this one, you will be able to see the line template, not the number, whatever it is coming whenever you are configuring the font. So here you can see it says line template name. Let's say 7965 line template. I'm just giving the name. Then you can see we have route partition, description, alerting name, sky alerting name. So all other things, whichever is in the phone line, everything is coming up here because this is also a line page. It's just that I'm creating a line template. Let's say you want to give all users whichever you are going to add it with the help of bulk administration tool, you want them to assign with a voicemail profile. So I can go here, I can say like a default voicemail profile. Okay, that is in the template, so that means it will be applicable for everyone. Okay, next thing, let's suppose you wanted to add any calling search space, then you can add it, and if you want to leave it as none, you can leave it as none. Okay, then now this one, forward no answer internal and external, you want this setting to be applicable on every phone, then you can do this here. Or let's say you want to say no answer ring duration. That means if you want to add like 20 seconds, no answer ring duration, then you can just add it here. It will be applicable for all the phones. And let me just click on save now. There are other settings as well on this template, just like the same as a line number on the phone. So if you want to change anything, you can do that under this template. So now my phone template is created. Now I need to create another template, that is user template. Let me go to users and user template. Okay, let me add a new one. Okay, here it says user template. I'll just give the name as normal test user template. Okay. Okay, if you want to add like a manager user ID or default password to user ID, default PIN, default mail ID, everything, you can select it. Manager user ID, default profile, presence group, everything. You can select it here. It will reflect it on the particular user which you will add. So let's say I wanted to add a home cluster and enable user for IAM and presence also. And if you want to add any UC service profile or the assigned presence server, if you have added any earlier, then it will show up here. Okay. So as of now, what I'm doing, I'm just creating this user template. I'm just giving an access for the home cluster and let's save it. User template name must be less than 30 alphanumeric. It should be alphanumeric. So I can just remove this one and save it. Okay. The user template is created now, right? So now my next step is to go to that Excel tool, and here you can see first name, last name, user ID, display name, everything. So these things are related with the user page, like the end user page, first name, last name, user ID, display name, password, manager ID, but all these are optional. The mandatory things are this one, last name, this is mandatory, user ID is mandatory, and you can see maybe other things are mandatory. All other things are showing optional here, right? So everything is related to the end user page right now. And once we go to the last, where it says MAC here, so it says MAC address or device name and the description. These two columns are related with the phone, and everything else, like from this AH to the starting, everything is related to the end user page, right? So you can't make any change on the end user for this bat Excel tool. You can't make any change. But if you want to add something for your phone, then you can add it by going to this create file format. So let me click on this one, create file format. Here you can see MAC address or device name and the description is coming up here. But if I wanted to add something else as well here, I can add it. Like from this one, this is my device field page, this is my line field, this is my intercom. So on this device page, you can see all the things are coming up, DND option, device pool. Let's say device pool. I wanted to add the device pool as well here. Okay. And then let's say in the line fields page here, everything is coming up, which is already on the line. Okay, so you scroll it down, you will be able to see everything, whatever is in the line page, right? Everything is coming up here, right? So on the line page, root partition, CSS, these things are required if you want to add this one. Like here, I can say root partition. You can add it here, like this one, root partition you can add. If you want to add the CSS, then you can add the CSS as well. But as of now, I have not created any CSS or partition. That's why I am not going to add these line fields, route partition or the CSS. But maybe I can add this voicemail profile, because voicemail profile, I know there is one default voicemail profile is there, and there's one profile which says no voicemail. These two things are there. So in the phone template, I have selected default one. But maybe here on one phone, I can add the no voicemail as well. Okay, so that's why I have added voicemail profile, and let me create this. See what it says. I don't know what it is coming up. I can't see. So let me click on create here. Okay, it says directory number is a mandatory field for lines. Yes, okay. Directory number, that is mandatory. So I'll go here and choose the directory number. Go to the line fields and create. It says, do you wish to overwrite the existing CSV format? I'd say yes. So now it is making a change on the file, whichever I opened it earlier. Okay, so now you can see everything is coming, whichever is related to the users here. And at the last, you will be able to see the phones page. Like here, you can see. This one is MAC address device name. It was coming up earlier as well. Description was coming, but I have added device pool, voicemail profile one, and the directory number one. So one means that is for the line one actually. Okay, so directory number, device pool, everything is coming. Now I need to export it to the BAT format. But before exporting to the BAT format, we need to add something here, right? So let's say this first name is optional. So let's say I can add technical as a first name, venture as a last name. I can add IDT venture one here. Then I'll be having display and the password. I can say, let me just add a password here. Manager, I am just leaving it as blank, and I'm not gonna add anything else here for the end user. Okay, home number, page number, title, everything I am just leaving it as a blank. Now I'll go to this MAC address and device name. So let's say I'm gonna add a MAC address here. The first MAC address, description, let's say test1. Device pool, I know 3 device pools were created whenever I was creating a font template. I showed you default one there, DP1 there, and DP2 there. So let's say for this one, I'm using DP1. Voicemail profile one, I know there were 2 things, default and the no voicemail. So this is optional. I'm not gonna add anything here. Directory number, let's say I'm giving 8000 as a directory number for this first user and the first phone. And let me add the other user also. So let's say I'm giving the name as just tech, and here let's say vent, or I'm giving user ID as tventure2. Password would be, let's say I'm giving the same password, and after that I can give a different MAC address here. So let's say this one. Okay, then I can say this would be my name as test2, and this one I'm going to give DP2, device pool 1, device pool 2. Voicemail profile, let's say I wanted to give here as no voicemail, because these 2 voicemails profiles are created, default and the no voicemail. So I'm leaving this field as blank for the first user, because I have added default voicemail in the template. So it will take it automatically from there. And in the template, I have added default device pool as well. It will not take it from there. Why? Because I have added DP1 and DP2 here. So it will overwrite. And here I can give the number as 8001. And now let me go to the export to BAT format. Click on that. And it says enter file path. It is already coming up by default. So I can just click on OK, and then I will find the path here. So it is ending with 0643, and let me click OK. Data successfully exported. Now my 3 things are already done. this bat Excel CSV tool, user template, phone template. Oh, 4 things. And I have already created file format and exported to the bat format. Now my next thing is create a CSV file. So I have added those, I have added that file. I have exported to the bat format. Now I need to convert that text to the CSV. So let me go to file, open that file in the Excel so that I can create it, I can convert it as a CSV. I can click on open. I'll browse it where that file is saved. So that file was saved under C and XLS data files and the file. Okay, here you can see it says no items because all Excel files are here. Let me click on all files and I can see, okay, my file was ending with this one, 0643, and it was also showing phones and users. And in the preview, you can see it up here. If I scroll it down, DP1, DP2, T-Venture1, T-Venture2. This is the thing which I added. Now let me click on open. Okay, so open here. Now it says choose the file type that best describes your data, because this is, I am opening the file on the Excel, but that file is text. So it is going to convert it. So I can say delimited because it says characters such as commas or tabs separate with each field and everything is coming up with the commas. Now let me click on next. Now it says what would be the delimiter you wanted to use. I'll say comma so that it will differentiate it, and next, and then I'll finish it. So now you can see it is my CSV file. Now let me save it first. File, or I'll say save as. I'll say save as under the on the desktop. Let's say I'm saying desktop, save as, and I can say phones, users, CSV file. And I'll say this is the CSV UTF format, comma delimited, and I'll save it. So this file is saved. It says some features might be lost if you save it as this one. Do you want to keep using? Yes. So here you can see technical venture, T venture 1, T venture 2, password, everything is coming up here. And if I scroll it to the right, you will be able to see the MAC address, this one, device name, description, device pool, voicemail, directory number, everything is coming up here already, right? Even if you want to delete this one because you are not going to use it, you can just select this one and you can delete it. That will also work because you are on the CSV file now. You can delete it. Okay, so this one is already saved. Let me just save it again and I'll close this one. Okay, so now my next step would be to go to the CUCM and upload it and then insert fonts with the users. Okay, I'll go to CUCM now, bulk administration, and I'll upload the file now. Previously, I downloaded that BAT Excel CSV tool. Now I am going to upload that CSV file which I created. So let me go to add new. Okay, I am going to choose the file that is on my desktop and that says phone users CSV file. I selected that. This one is my file and open it. Okay, that is CSV file. Select the target. I'm using the target here. You can see phones, users, UDP, everything is coming up here. And I am here using phones as well as users, both things. So that's why I'm using phone/users. Transaction type, insert phone/users coming up and save it. It says file name contains invalid characters. The valid characters for file name are alphabet, numbers, dash, underscore, and dot. The file name should not begin with a dot, and the file name should not contain double dots. Okay, alphabet, number, dash, underscore, dot. Okay, so this file is having a name as this one. So let me go and rename this file. Desktop, fonts, and users. Let me remove the space, or I'll add dash here. Okay, this file name is saved, and let me go and choose file again. Go to the fonts users, same file, open it, everything is same, and let me save it. It will save it. Okay, now it says upload successful. And if you want to just see whether this upload is successful, you can go back to the upload and download things, and then you will be able to see this file which you uploaded. So here we uploaded this one, phones user CSV file. Now my last step would be to go to the bulk administration, phones in users, and insert phones with the users. I'm clicking on that, insert phones with the users. Okay, here it says choose the file first. So I'm gonna choose this phones user CSV file. And if you want to see whether you have chosen the right file, then you can just click on this view file and you will be able to see whatever you write in that CSV file. So here you can see TechVent, T-Venture. I know this one I have added. I'll close it. Now here you need to choose the phone template and the user template. So I'm going to click on drop down. Here you can see which file. This is the my phone template, 7965 phone template I have created. And for the user template, I'll click on the drop down and here you can see I have created this test user template. And then I'll say job description run immediately and I'll submit. So after submitting it, you can go to the bulk administration here and you can go to the scheduler, job scheduler, so that you will be able to see whether this file is on hold or is it in processing or this is already completed. So I can click on find here. Okay, and here you can go to the last, this one, it's showing completed. Insert phone/user. This one was my file, and I'll open this one and we'll see whether it's a success or is it an error. If it's an error, you can see what is the error. Okay, what it says, completed sequence 1. So it says job result status is error, number of records processed 2, number of records failed 1. 1 is failed and 1 is success. So you wanted to see why it got failed, just click on this one and here you can see it says for this MAC address ABCDEF1, no voicemail is not a valid. Okay, so here it says no voicemail is not a valid voice messaging profile in numbering plan. That's why it says insert for one phone passed, insert for one phone failed, but insert for two users already passed. So if you wanted to see what was the error, you can go to this one. So you remember in our CSV file, I have added this no voicemail option. That's why the only one phone got passed. So now you wanted to add this one phone again. Then I can go to that file. Let's say I'm going to that file again here. It was on desktop, this one, phones user CSV file. So here you can see in this file, let's see, this one is the voicemail profile, no voicemail option, right? So no voicemail option is there. I can just remove this one. And now I just wanted to add this one, this phone only, this F1. So I can remove the first row because I don't want to add this one. So I can remove this row. So now it will add this phone only now. And here the user is already there. I can remove this one also, but for right now, I'm not going to remove it because if I'm not removing it, it will give me an error for the user because this user is already added. So it will give me an error. But for this phone, it will say insert for one phone passed. So let's do one thing. Let's save it and let's upload this file again and let's see. Let me upload that file now. I'll go to bulk administration again, upload, download files, and then I can upload the same file. I can go to add new, the same file like on which I made changes. I have deleted the first one and I'm going to upload the second one. I'll go to choose file and I'm gonna use the same file, phone user CSV. Target would be the same phone/users, transaction type insert phones. And now the file has the same name, whatever I uploaded it earlier. So that's why I'll click on this one, overwrite file if it exists and save it. Okay, now let me go back again to the phones and users, insert phones with the users, and I'll choose the file name here. And here under the view file, we can see whether it is coming up with the latest one, whichever we added, TechVenture 2, right? So let me choose the phone template name and the line user template and run it and submit. So after submitting it, I can go back to my job scheduler. That would be under bulk administration, job scheduler. So here, the last one, it says completed. Let me open that. Okay, here again it says error, number of records processed 1, number of records failed 1, total number of records 1. So record was 1 only, but let's see, it is showing records processed 1 or record failed 1 as well. Because in that one record, we have a user as well as phone. So user was already added earlier, but phone was not added. So let's see under this log. Here it says insert for one phone passed. Insert for one user failed because the user was added earlier. So that's why insert for one phone's passed. That is what we got the error earlier. Insert for one phone failed, right? So now I can go back to my user management and end user. We can see it should show both of the users. Okay, so here we can see T-Venture 2, T-Venture 1, both users are showing up here now. Or I can go to device and the phone. Okay, here I need to check. Okay, now my both phones are showing up here. Test 1 and test 2. I can even open this one. Okay, here I can see device pool. I have added DP1 and here I added that extension mobility as well. Let's see. Okay, so I have added this enable extension mobility whenever I was creating the phone template, and that's why it is showing up here. And let's go to the line 1. Here you can see the number is also showing up here, the line number. Line number is showing up here. Everything else is the same. Like here you can see voicemail profile default here, because if I am not choosing any profile, then it will take the profile with whatever I created under the phone template. And on the phone template, I choose this one as well, forward no answer and the no answering duration. So that means everything is coming up in a correct way. So that means I have added two phones and the two users with the one file with the help of bulk administration tool, right? And this would be my last one, insert phone with the users, what we already did now. So that's completed my lecture for this adding phones and users via bulk administration tool. So I hope you really like this video, and if you want to schedule some time with me, then you can go to this topman.io/technical venture. You can schedule some time. If you have any queries, you can let me know in the comment section, or you can reach out to me on technicalventure02@gmail.com as well. So if you really like this video, then please hit like, share, and subscribe my channel. And please press the bell icon so that you can receive notifications of all my upcoming videos. Thank you.